Coming up on ATV News.
It's Arts Week here at USU. We'll take you live to the ribbon cutting of this.
With Dillard's closing their doors, we'll tell you how many people will lose their jobs and where they might go next.
It's Utah State's own version of Glee. Find out why they're really in it coming up.
You know it's been cold outside. Are we going to be getting double-digit weather anytime soon? The answer on ATV Weather.
In sports, women's basketball was at home and the men were on the road, but the buzzer was only kind to one of them.
It's all coming up on ATV News.
Welcome to our first ATV News of the semester. I'm Courtney Robinson.
And I'm Katrina Warburton. In the spirit of the new year, we've got an addition being revealed right now. Our Jenna Colton is outside in on the action. Jenna, what can you tell us?
Hi guys, alright, I'm out here live in front of the Whispers of Silence statue where we're about to do a ribbon cutting to unveil it. It's been up for a little while, but we're finally doing the entrance here. We've got a lot of people out here ready and looking at it. It's a lot of fun. It's freezing out here, but a lot of people have shown up to come and see this ribbon cutting. It's really exciting. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jenna. Guns are a hot topic around the nation, and while the national debate continues, your local life may not change that drastically.
If there's even one thing we can do to reduce this violence, if there's even one life that can be saved, then we've got an obligation to try.
And with that, President Obama signed 23 executive orders aimed at making it more difficult to obtain guns, meaning hardware stores as well as private gun owners would now have to do extensive background checks before they could sell a weapon. But what does this mean to the average user, and will it actually be harder to purchase a weapon?
Well, at this point I don't see a lot of changes occurring to our state law.
Guns, such as this PS-90, a civilian version of a military weapon, as well as high-capacity magazines holding more than 10 clips, these holding 50, may soon be unavailable to civilian shooters. There are still concerns about things like what happened at Sandy Hook, and the question is, are we safe?
Hook Elementary School was a no-gun environment, and that the irony of that is, in our schools in Utah, that there are people who are permitted to carry guns with them.
Things like Newtown could happen anywhere at any time. And so, you know, we do our best to prepare for such an event, hoping that it will never happen here.
The future of guns and how they're distributed is still uncertain, but students concerned about the topic can contact their congressman to express their concerns.
Last Monday, Barack Obama was sworn in as the President of the United States.
Me. I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
That I will faithfully execute.
that I will faithfully execute
The office of President of the United States.
the office of President of the United States.
Cemetery for the laying of a wreath.
Second inauguration, no expense was spared. The ceremonial wreath, and then later in front of millions and his family. The preparation for the event took weeks, and the Capitol surrounded area were preparated for the masses.
The influx of spectators who descended upon Washington to watch Obama be sworn in.
Monday marked Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Dr. King was shown here as his famous I Have a Dream speech. And the holiday celebration is one of the memories as a man who say is one of the most influential members of the civil rights movement. Last Wednesday, USU Black Student Union held a candlelight vigil for Dr. King for them. Martin Luther King Day has been deeper meaning than just another holiday.
I have a dream.
What?
Luther King Day is a very important holiday for America because it signifies a day, or it should be a day of remembrance, you know, and it signifies, you know, how far, and shows how far we've come as a nation, you know, and definitely I'm glad we have it. I'm glad we're able to honor a man such as, you know, Dr. King for all that he's done for this nation and all that he stood for.
Last week you had the opportunity to shop name brand items at dirt cheap prices. The local department store closes their doors for good. I went to the store to get the story. After replacing ZCMI in 2001, Dillard's operated 2 stores in the Cache Valley Mall for 12 years. Employees were notified last Monday, and Dillard's publicly announced Tuesday that they would finally be closing both stores in March or April. Starting tomorrow, customers will begin to see merchandise being marked down, and sales will end when everything is gone or at the end of April when the rest of the items will be shipped out. The Cache Valley Dillard's employs roughly about 50 people, but what will be their next step once their job ends?
Most employees are just going to stick in Logan. A lot of them are from the area, so they don't really want to relocate. My plans are to look for jobs around here, maybe relocate to a different shoe department in Salt Lake or even Myrtle Beach, but not too sure of what's next.
Dillard's will most likely end in April. After these messages, we'll have more ATV news.
The Copy Center on the first floor of the TSC is open Monday through Friday, 7 to 6 for all your document needs. Let the trained staff help you print important documents. Services include binding, color copies, custom gifts from your favorite photos, and last-minute items like pencils, report covers, and especially Scantrons. The Copy Center. We're here to help.
Meet David York, renowned physiologist at Utah State University's Center for Advanced Nutrition. Meet Andrew Bergen, avid mountain biker and a sophomore biology major working with Dr. York. Together, they are studying the plagues of our century, researching ways to reduce obesity, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, hoping to shape the future.
Pending approval, a new ski area will open its slopes.
But how will it affect a local favorite, Beaver Mountain?
It's a Saturday at Beaver Mountain Resort and Ski Lodge, and there's a lot of people here. But just how many of these customers are going to disappear after the Cherry Creek Lodge is built in Richmond, Utah?
I think having the new resort would be a great idea. It's closer. Even if it is smaller than Beaver, it indicates it would be cheaper. So if you're a poor college student, that's great.
The new Cherry Creek Ski Resort will be on just over 200 acres. We'll have 4 ski lifts and even a tow cable for sledding and tubing.
I love to ski now, so please build one closer.
Not everyone will pick Cherry Creek over Beaver Mountain, however.
I love Beaver.
I love the hometown feel that's here. I mean, it's not too big and not too small. I think it's just kind of perfect for the people in Logan.
Many agree that Beaver is a good family place, but are still willing to try out a new resort.
I enjoy the snow here and the atmosphere here, but at the same rate, I would like to adventure out into other areas.
Cherry Creek Ski Resort will also have lessons for kids, attract people of all ages, and have plenty of equipment to use.
I don't know if I would go there more. It would kind of depend on how they design it.
Victoria Cardin, ATV News.
Hearings this year will determine when construction on the new area can start.
Snow may not be your thing, and you may be feeling down or anxious during the winter season, but the counseling center has a furry solution.
You're not going to because you're like, I know I'm not supposed to do that inside here.
This is Lucky's second year. This is my third year up here. I'm actually a PhD student in the Combined Psychology program, and I'm currently doing my internship at the Counseling Center. And so Lucky worked up there last year with me, and then this year as well.
Lucky is one of 3 therapy dogs at Utah State. He has been trained and certified to help clients feel calm and content during their counseling sessions.
There's some studies showing that actually when you're with your own dog, that you have certain hormones, oxytocin, which is kind of a warm fuzzy hormone, makes us feel good, that actually kick in when we're petting our own dogs and interacting, kind of like what would happen if you had a kid.
It's no wonder Lucky helps clients open up. He's not shy.
He's not unpopular either.
People see us walking around campus, which is really nice. He always has his vest and his student ID on, and his vest says therapy dog. So we get stopped anywhere we travel on campus. I have to plan like an extra 10 minutes because we typically get stopped to say hi, which is great. It's really fun. And can say that he's from the counseling center and to stop up and visit us.
Marie Tietze, ATV News.
The therapy dogs are in the counseling center on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, waiting to cheer you up. After these messages, we'll have your ATV weather.
Your hearing is important. Take care of your ears. The USU Speech, Language, and Hearing Center offers a full audiometric evaluation. A hearing test for students costs just $15 and is also open to the general public. Custom earphones and plugs can also be made along with a full examination of the overall health of your ears. Hearing. It's a precious thing.
Hey man, what's up? Man, I know you're at the club, right? I'm with two beautiful girls. We're drunk, man. We're so drunk. You got a ride home or are you driving? Yeah. I'm gonna push the Cavalier into gear. Push the Cavalier into gear! Yeah! Oh, no man, don't drive. I'm on my way. Don't worry, I'll be there in a sec.
So Lee, it's been super bad inversion in Logan lately. I like walk outside and I can barely breathe.
Yeah, Utah is known for really bad inversion, and Logan's the worst in the nation. So hopefully here soon there's something that could fix this, and I'll take this over here to explain that. All right, so as you can see, we got some low pressure coming in from Canada, and we got some snow coming into the northeast over here. And so good news is, for somebody who doesn't like snow a whole lot, nothing in the Utah area. So then so here's the inversion map like I promised. And just terrible, Logan always, especially right now, really bad inversion. So it was recently reported that they definitely have the worst in the nation. It's not just our opinions. We're being heard, America. Logan is really bad. And so now on to the forecast. And so, unfortunately, we're not getting to double digits anytime soon. I'm freezing out there, running between classes, and this is not making me happy. So Wednesday we have 12 is the high, -9 is the low. Exciting news, right? All right, well, you're up to date on your ATV weather. We'll be back in a minute.
Career Services is in the business of doing 4 primary things. First is career exploration. The second is co-op internship opportunities. The third area is career employment. And lastly, we provide assistance with grad school prep and testing. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Students can come in to make an appointment. We're located on the ground level of the University Inn, and our webpage is www.usu.edu/career.
Stop paying those expensive citations.
Stop putting quarters in the meters and always running out of time. Stop having to pay for parking by the hour. Instead, visit the Transportation and Parking Office and buy a parking permit. Then you can go on to happy parking.
Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Jason Borba. It was a busy weekend for Aggie Sports as both the men's and women's basketball and tennis team were on the court, and hockey took the ice. There was some bad news for the USU basketball team. The Aggies took their 13-game win streak to Las Cruces Thursday night to take on rival New Mexico State in the Battle of the Aggies. It wasn't the result USU was looking for as the team fell to New Mexico 64-51. The Aggies lost more than just the game as Keyshawn Reed and Preston Medellin both suffered serious injuries. We'll have more info on that on Thursday's show. The men were back in action on Saturday when they took on Denver in the Mile High City. The Aggies were shorthanded, playing without Medellin and Reed, but guard Marvin Jean stepped up in the absence of the two stars. His 14 points weren't enough to propel USU to a victory. The Aggies lost to the Pioneers 68-57. USU's next game will be on Thursday when they host UT Arlington. The women's team was also in action on Thursday when they hosted New Mexico State at the Spectrum, and it came down to a buzzer beater to decide the game. Arlie Kubik was there.
The Battle of Aggies tipped off as Utah State played host to New Mexico State. Utah State started slow, but New Mexico State made some costly turnovers leading to Utah State points, including this assist from Christensen to Va'aulu.
The Aggies may have struggled early, but through steals and three-point shots, they were able to claw back into this game and tie it at halftime. Let's see how the second half turns out.
New Mexico State came out of the half firing, but Devin Christensen matches with a running jump shot. Jennifer Schlott led USU with 21 points and 7 assists. But the star of the night was McKinley Williams with this three-point shot to win.
All the time we're just like, Matt, keep shooting, it'll fall, and it finally did for her.
It's a crazy feeling. I dreamed about it since I was a little girl, just hitting game winner, a big shot in D1 level basketball. And it happened, and it's still unreal.
Mac Williams is starting to establish herself as a legitimate Division I scorer. She struggled tonight, but you can tell she wanted that last shot, and didn't even blink. Beautiful backspin, and to tell you the truth, when it went off her fingers, I was pretty sure it was going to go in, just by seeing her face and seeing the release of her ball.
Who are you?
Lee Kubik,
Miles. I'm Jenna.
ATV Sports.
McKinley Williams is only a freshman, so the sky is the limit for her. The Lady Aggies also took on Denver on Saturday night. This woman right here, Devin Christensen, had herself a very good first half. Her favorite player is Kobe Bryant, and she did her best impression of the Black Mamba by dropping 23 points in the half. Here she is with a three-pointer, and another, and another. She had a total of 5. In the second half, Christensen cooled down, but got some help from her teammates. Franny Va'aulu gets the ball in the paint, posts up her defender for the easy bucket. Jennifer Schlott also had a very good game. Here she is driving the basket, plus the foul. The Aggies went on to win easily, 85-69.
First off, it was huge, which has been different. Like, that's how that was more me, like more how I play, more in my rhythm, and just letting kind of the offense come and taking good shots, not forcing anything.
We played well and made them, not look as good as they really are. But it just kind of came together tonight.
The ladies will be back on the road Thursday when they face off against UT Arlington. Hockey was in action on Saturday when they took on rival BYU at home. Meredith Kinney was there for all the hard-hitting action.
Aggie hockey was back on the ice, giving BYU all they could handle. And it wasn't just the Aggie front line racking up points. 2 freshmen, Matt Rutherford finds Dagan Walton, and Walton buries it. He would have 2 goals on the night. Another freshman, Aaron Ward. And then it's Aggie captain Brian Gibbons who finds the back of the net, and he's picking up hats.
Usually when I have the puck, I like to think that the object is to score, but not personally. I look for my line mates and I like to divvy it out a little bit.
Cooper Lynn skated into a groove. Puck trickles past the goalie, that's 1. Then from straight on, that's 2. between a player's legs and into the back of the net makes 3. Count them, 3 goals in the third period.
We always come into this game trying to work on like certain stuff, and obviously we want to score as many goals as we can, so that I think that we did pretty well tonight on that.
BYU couldn't match up with talent or physicality. Matt Hamilton getting in on a hit and then some extracurricular activities.
It was awesome because we love going out there and hitting those guys because they like to hit too, so it's always pretty entertaining for everybody.
Look to build on their stellar season when they take on UNLV on Thursday as part of the San Jose Showcase. Women's tennis was also in action at Sports Academy and Racket Club when they took on Idaho State Bengals. The ladies won pretty easily in the doubles competition. Mackenzie Davis and Jackie West destroyed their opponents in the number 2 doubles. Christina Vosakevich and Callie Sperry took care of ISU as well, earning the Aggies the doubles point. Moving on to singles action, Davis easily put away her opponent in straight sets. The sophomore held on to her number 1 spot. West had a tough match, but she was able to pull it off in straight sets. The Aggies beat the Bengals 7-0 and only 2 matches went into third set. The women's team will look to take the momentum to Provo, facing off against the Cougars on January 26. That's all I have for you in sports, but...
All your cares are over. Not so fast there, pupil. You still need to decide on a career.
Don't worry about that, announcer guy. Come on into the Career Center, located in the University Inn, and discuss your goals and concerns with advisors who are here to help you get into the fields that you're interested in. There are many resources, including counseling, a career coach, publications, professional interviews, and much more to help you get that job. The Career Center, 797-777.
The ORC has been here just over 15 years. It's a great place to come and rent gear. We give cheap rentals for anything from kayaks to tents, to skis, to snowboards, snowshoes. We make renting really, really easy. It's really cheap and you just have to have a student ID. The rates are the lowest you're gonna find anywhere in Logan. For instance, to rent snowshoes for a day is $6, or snowboard for a day is $12 for everything, boots, bindings, everything you need. So it's really easy and really cheap.
Welcome back to ATV News. It looks like there's some action going on outside with Jenna. Jenna, what can you tell us that's going on out there?
Okay, well, most of the people have actually dispersed out of the cold and they're all inside drinking their, free coffee and everything that they got here. But I'm actually here with one of the students who helped do this project. This is Miles Howell, and he was here from the very beginning, it sounds like. Can you tell us some about this project and how you got started and involved with it?
Yeah, basically I'm just a stone carving student of Ryoichi's, and he asked us just for participation in this grant that he got for the sculpture. So we basically were there from start to finish every day, 7 days a week, working on it.
And how long did it take for this project to get finished?
Well, we were done with the stone piece in about 3 months, and then we had to wait an additional 3 months just to get the granite base here. So all in all, it was about 4 months total time worked on it.
And do you know any of the inspiration behind the piece?
A lot of his sculptures are this kind of a shape. It's just more abstract and organic lines, and so it's just something he's used to working in.
That's really cool. When I saw the lips, I totally thought of all of Aggie's traditions with, kissing and everything, and I figured it was just an extension of that.
Yeah, he was kind of nervous that there was going to be a lot of students climbing on it and stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. It happens here on campus.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jenna. Stay warm out there. That's a cool structure. Well, there's a new performing group on campus, and they're probably singing something that you've heard before.
They call themselves Out of the Blue, and Kelton Wells tells us just what makes them so special.
With popular network shows like Smash and Glee spotlighting music groups and the performing arts to a national audience, it is no surprise that Utah State University has also organized a performing ensemble that will focus primarily on theatrics and pop music. The show choir Out of the Blue will serve USU as musical representatives, using entertainment as a means of both publicity and fundraising.
The group was put together to, number one, to provide an entertainment option for the administration to call on when they need to reach out to the university community at large.
The group rehearses almost 10 hours a week and has a very busy performance schedule throughout the year. Tyler Nelson says that being a member of the group helps keep him balanced.
Being a biology major, there's a lot of heavy courses, so I'm always studying. And also, but for me, music is more of an expression, a way to escape the mundane activities of the day.
Huff says that while the group is influenced by similar groups at other universities, the goal isn't to copy those organizations.
We're trying to carve out a uniquely Aggie flavor of this kind of a group. And so we want to be less bubblegum, a little bit more of an edge.
And it's that edge that Out of the Blue is counting on to help accomplish their goals. Kelton Wells, ATV News.
If you want to see them perform in person, Out of the Blue will be appearing as part of the Kane College of Arts as the Grand Gala on Friday night at 7 p.m. in the Kent Concert Hall.
That's really cool, and that they like do a fundraiser for it, so it's helping out the college. I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've never really gotten into Glee before, any of those, musical type shows. What about you?
Well, I've watched a little bit of them, and they really do a good job. So it's no wonder that they've like been inspired by that, and they can do things like that here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to go check it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, that's everything for our ATV news.
Thanks, Aggies. We'll see you on Thursday.
USU Police Department first started in September of '81. We're here for more than just criminal response. We do a wide variety of community services. We do presentations for various organizations that want information perhaps on alcohol abuse, theft prevention. USU Police Department is here to provide assistance to the community, and that assistance comes through fingerprint services, let-ins, motorist assist, personal escorts, a number of things that we do outside of the scope of just criminal investigation.
Did you know you can do all of this for free? Aggie Blue Bikes, USU's bike rental and repair shop, lends out commuter bikes for 3-month durations, or racing, mountain, day cruisers, tandem bikes, and unicycles for the day, for free. If you already have a bike, come in and our trained technicians will help you repair, tune up, or overhaul your bike. Again, for free. Aggie Blue Bikes.
The mission of the Bear River Health Department is to promote healthy lifestyles and protect the individual and community. Dozens of valuable services are offered every day at the Health Department. Substance abuse counseling, women and children's services, immunizations, environmental testing, and emergency preparedness are just a few of the many services that all residents of Cache Valley enjoy. For more information, visit their website at brhd.org.